Hello, everybody. My name is Bill Corbett. I am the CEO and Chairman of Innovative Payment Solutions. I wanted to give everyone an update on where we are and what we're doing. Before we get into that, I get the great privilege of showing you our forward-looking statements. I'm sure you've seen these before. Anyway, I wanted to just take a moment and share with you. I spent about 30 years on Wall Street, all in San Francisco, building companies. Had the great privilege to watch some amazing fintechs get built right under my roof at PayPal and Stripe and Square, and watching how they've changed the world. I actually took IPSI public about 5 years ago. I was asked after they sold their Mexican operation to come in and help build a California fintech, which I'm thrilled to be a part of. It's incredibly exciting. And we really solve a global problem and have global solutions that enable us to really solve, a major issue with the unbanked and underbanked. We certainly don't want to exclude Gen Z and the millennials, but the reality is that we can offer the total solution to a large population that has been left behind on the digital age. And as we've seen this digital platform really come to fruition, we envision a world where you have a borderless world where the unbanked, the underbanked, and the Gen Zs and the millennials can send money anywhere around the world, digital transfers and payments. So we include everybody, and you can do this, anytime, any place. So let's talk about what we're doing. Our focus really has been on B2B and B2C. And we can get into this as we get deeper into the slide, but we want to provide the consumer with the ability to have access to a digital world. The employer at the same. And what this solves really is the problem of easy, fast, and affordable ways to transact both locally as well as abroad. Our universal digital payment platform really solves this problem. It's connecting people and businesses in a way that we haven't seen before, especially with the unbanked. The problems, if you look at the inherent problem, is that you have, for example, the P2P, which, that app is wonderful, and there are many of them, including Zelle, Venmo. The only problem with that is if you don't have a bank account, you can't participate. And once you go across borders, it stops. So we want to provide the total solution to across the whole board of consumers that allow them with, in the palm of their hand to do transactions at any time and any place. And with that, is the convenience of settlement and the ability to really focus on the needs of the consumer. That's what we're really doing here. We're looking at a consumer base that we feel we're dealing with to help them in a world that has not been very easy for them to participate in on the financial platforms that exist today. What IPSI Pay is doing is we're really providing an all-in-one solution. And what we mean by that is we have what we consider to be a unique distribution hub, all under one roof, all under one digital platform that allows the consumer access to things that the unbanked have never seen before. And that could be microloans that we would, if we're working on a partnership that would allow them to not have to pay 500 or 600% interest rates, but really on a humanitarian side, try to help them, navigate this, digital world. Make bill payments. They can also do, gaming and remittance and blockchain on the platform. So really it's instant payments and transfers in a borderless world, rapid settlements, which is very key. One of the predominant thesis here is really rapid settlements. We'll get into that in a minute. The app, the IPSI Pay app, which I know has been anticipated for a while. We're working diligently to get a simulator and a beta out so that people can start playing around with the app. We find fascinating. We think this is a key to the enabling a consumer, an unbanked person or a banked person, to really have access to a digital world in the palm of their hand. For example, they would be able to, let's say, send money to Mexico from Los Angeles while they're sitting on their with their phone in their hand. They can top off cell phones or make, let's say, digital payments using our dollar-backed stable coin, which we can get into it in a minute. But really, the total solution, access to the platform, that's the key. It's allowing across the whole spectrum of consumer the ability to use a digital platform that is the total solution. We don't see anything in the market like this, and actually allow them to get cash into the system, which we can talk about in a second. The kiosks, we think, the kiosks, I know a lot of people have been wondering when we're going to roll it out. We're working very hard to get that done. I would tell you that, we're focused on trying to do it in the second quarter. With the pandemic, it's might leak into the third quarter. But in any event, the kiosk is really one element of our business. We see it as a conduit that allows them to have almost a mobile bank. The ability to put, let's say, for example, $100 into the kiosk, into their digital wallet, and then have access to a whole host of different financial services at their fingertips. We see that as very exciting because right now, even if they wanted to use some of our competitors, there's a real problem with getting cash into the system. And the kiosk allows them to get cash into the system to be able to have access to all of the functionalities of the digital platform that we've created. And we're very excited about that. So we're going to start to roll those out. We think they'll be widely accepted, and we think that the consumer will love that product. The banks, fortunately for us, have really largely ignored the unbanked population. In California, which is where obviously we're focused and based, our first desire and sole focus at the moment is to deliver a platform that enables the unbanked and the underbanked to send digital payments to Mexico. There's about $380 billion that the bank has ignored in fees that they could actually derive from this sector. We think that is the golden opportunity for IPSI. Currently, you've got a growth rate of well over 10 to 12% on money remittance that goes to Mexico from the United States. $4 billion a month is going to Mexico. I think it's more than a third of the GDP. With that, $7 billion in cryptocurrency. So there's a great opportunity for IPSI to penetrate that market. We think we're bringing a product that has not been seen, that provides convenience, settlement, and functionality that, quite frankly, will be, in our opinion, well regarded and exciting for the consumer. There's 1 in 4 adults in the United States, if you can believe that is unbanked or underbanked, and they pay, almost $200 billion a year in fees. We want to help alleviate those large fees and provide quick settlement and convenience with our platform. Cryptocurrency, the adoption of crypto, it really can't be ignored. You have some of the finest companies in the world that are now embracing crypto. We have an excellent technology team that's going to incorporate this into our platform. And I think the functionality of what we have the ability to do is remarkable. We have the ability to add different products to our total solution platform. And we're excited about the direction of crypto. We're believers in crypto as well as blockchain. Blockchain. So when I talk about, the IPSI stable coin, we view this as one of the most compelling products that we have. And in doing so, will enable the consumer, the unbanked person, to send money on a rail to Mexico. It will settle with blockchain. It'll be exchanged into pesos. So the last mile will enable the recipient to really receive funds in multiple different distribution hubs. And quite frankly, will be easy to settle on blockchain in a custodial account that an institution we've publicly announced has committed up to $5 million to start the stablecoin launch. We're excited about the product. It is going to be more affordable than anything out there. It will settle instantaneously. I'm sure a lot of you have sent money abroad that You start chasing down the money. It sometimes takes a couple days to settle with the normal bricks and mortar. Even PayPal can be difficult to settle instantaneously. So we think the instant transfer of those funds and the conversion to any currency worldwide is a aspect of the dollar-backed stable coin that will grow market share. The IPSI wallet, we find, will enable payments on a global scale, and allow consumers to manage money in their palm of their hand like they've never seen before. Money transfer. If we just walk through quickly, the ability for a consumer, our target market, to send money abroad, they would access, their IPSI Pay wallet, where they can store funds. They will pay for services or purchases, and they can have access to loans or buy lotto tickets. They can actually pay for utility bills or top off cell phones abroad if they chose for their family. We find that to be something that we haven't seen in the market, and be, again, part of what we consider, the all-in-one total solution for the consumer. And that should resonate with a group that really to date hasn't had that functionality, convenience. And we were really, really happy to be able to offer that to the consumer. On the recipient side, your funds will be received in the IPSI Pay wallet. They'll be able to use cash withdrawals from that wallet at local banks that we're going to be working with and had discussions with. And they'll have prepaid card access that can be reloadable on a weekly or a monthly basis. And we can get into that in a minute. IPSI for business. The employer we see is a great business for us to bring to him or her a streamlined payroll that's cost efficient, that allows him to do account management. The merchant we see has the same opportunity with our API to sign up and access account management, receive payments in crypto and fiat, as well as cash back and loyalty perks. And the freelancers, which, with this pandemic, it allows them to work remotely, to get paid in crypto or fiat, and to settle quickly and cost efficiently, which is nice for that population as well. The IPSI payroll. The IPSI payroll we see as a paradigm shift. I don't believe there's anybody that can offer what we're going to be offering to these employers. They're very excited to jump on the platform. And what we're seeing is the ability for the employer to really deliver funds to their employees through an ACH program, where the employer, instead of getting a check, will get cash on a weekly or a bi-monthly basis. No more checks. Secure instant payments to the consumer, or i.e. the employee. And in doing so, the employer will ingratiate himself with his employees. And in doing so, they'll probably want to continue to work there versus competitors that don't have access to our platform. So we see the employee as really being able to now receive a prepaid credit card. And with that, our affiliated bank in Mexico will issue a card to his family as well that have access to that prepaid card. Bill pay, remittances, payday loans. So in essence, what we're doing is we're allowing money into the system. If you can imagine the employer sending money through ACH, and all of a sudden the employee has in his hand the ability to make payments from his phone on our app. That is a situation that hasn't been seen, and we're tremendously humbled by the ability for the employee to be able to do that. And we think that in that community, for the unbanked as well as the banked, with the millennials, will resonate with that group of people, and particularly that large body of unbanked people. The future opportunities. We think that this platform allows us to put new products onto the system, and in doing so, great flexibility for us as a company to morph into what we see as meeting the demands of the consumer and the employers. So in doing so, the consumer would be able to, the unbanked, if you will, buy do sports betting, or at some point do asset management when they have cash on the e-wallet. NFTs is gaining a lot of momentum. It's not like we haven't seen this and are ignoring it. We're pursuing building a division to address that. We're very excited about the NFTs and what we can bring to the table. The databases are, in our opinion, extraordinary, and how valuable that will be worth to our shareholders over the course of the next 5 years. I can't think of another group of unbanked people that one has access to like we will on our platform. We'll be able to monetize that as we build the company. Amazon Payments, for example, is really exciting. We're going to focus on building our IPSI dollar-backed stable coin to a point where if you imagine a world where an unbanked person could use our dollar-backed coin to buy product on Amazon, the supermarket to the world. That hasn't been done. The unbanked to date have been left out of the Amazon platform. We see this as a game changer. The platform will allow people that haven't had access to the digital age, and in doing so, we think we're doing a humanitarian effort here to bring them into the digital age in a cost-efficient, affordable, and convenient way to do transactions across the globe. If you look at our cap table, we've been very fortunate for a small company to really get the confidence and the support of some great institutions that I've known for some time, and they've really voted with their wallet. They've given us a lot of money through the last 3 to 4 to 5 months. We have currently about $7.5 million on the balance sheet. We guard that, very conservatively, and we're very excited about what that enables us to do going forward. We have over 300 million shares outstanding, and we have a great team. I'm really appreciative of the amount of work that my team puts in at the company. They work long hours. They're totally dedicated to building the enterprise. And quite frankly, I've never seen anybody work harder than my team. I'm humbled by the effort that they put in. My board of directors is fantastic. And finally, I have a board of advisors that help us enormously. They all bring something to the table that's incredibly valuable. We look forward to working with them and their network and relationships. And I'm excited that I'm able to, share this with you. It's been a while since we've been able to talk to the street and the shareholders about what we're doing. I'm just so convinced that we have something that is in great demand. I'm excited about launching it and building the company. I appreciate your time. Look forward to coming back to you on a regular basis as we hit our milestones. Until then, be well and take it easy.